My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 4. In this lecture, we will try to understand about Jupyter Notebook. In my previous lecture, that is in lecture number 3, we discussed different Python specific editors in which we were saying that we will work with Jupyter Notebook. Anyway, this is the screen of Jupyter Notebook. What it says, I can say this is the cell, isn't it? In this cell, it works in two modes. That one mode is edit mode, and another one is command mode. Edit mode means what? Edit mode means in that mode you can enter the code here, you can type code here. That is known as edit mode. How do you know that particular cell is in edit mode or command mode? If it is in green color, just see, if it is in green color, I can say that particular cell is in edit mode, so that you can type the code. Otherwise, that your input cell may be in the blue color, just like this. If it is in blue color, you must understand that particular cell is in command mode. In command mode means where you can execute commands. That may be run command. This is one button, run command. Anyway, I will discuss what is this command mode after few minutes. Yes, these are different commands one can make use in your command mode. I can say these are shortcut keys in Jupyter Notebook. Capital A, just remember, just like above. To create say, a cell above, what does it mean? If you have cell here, if you want to create a cell above this cell, just type what you have to type in command mode. Just enter capital A, so that a cell will be created above the current cell. If you type capital B, it will create a cell below. If you type double D, it deletes cell below. M means marked cell. It is useful for documentation, coding cell. I will explain. Time being, just remember these are different shortcuts. I will explain maybe in after few minutes. We will try to understand. Command mode allows to edit notebook as a whole. Yes. To close edit mode, how can I say whether it is an edit mode or not? If it is in green color, that is in edit mode. If you come out of this particular mode, just press escape button, that escape key. It's not button, I must say key. Just see, to close edit mode. If you want to close edit mode means cell must be in green color. Then if you want to come out of that particular mode, if you want to come to what mode? Command mode, that is blue color cell, just press escape key. Escape key. Execution. You can execute code in three ways, either by pressing Control Enter. Output field cannot be modified. Even you can execute with Shift Enter, their output field can be modified. You can execute code by using Run button on Jupyter interface. You can find that button. We will see. Anyway, we will try to understand. Comment lines is written preceding with the hash symbol. Python keywords. What does it mean? Python keywords means what? Python has set of keywords that are known as reserved words. Reserved word means which has got some predefined meaning which cannot be changed. It has got some meaning, predefined meaning, which cannot be altered or which cannot be changed. These keywords cannot be used as variable names. I will discuss about what is variable in future classes. These keywords cannot be used as variable names, function names, or any other identifiers. Keywords are case sensitive. If you have little bit awareness in C language, it's same thing. There also we used to define in a keyword is it is just similar to C language. These even C language keywords are also case sensitive. Means there is a difference between uppercase letter and lowercase letter. What does it mean? I must write only in lowercase letters, like that. The keywords are case sensitive. If you compare these keywords, how many keywords you are getting here? Just if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 4s are 28 plus 5, 33. Totally you have 33 keywords here. Is it 33? Yes, it is. There are 33 keywords. It is in version 3.3. In version 3.3, you have 33 keywords. Number of keywords always depends on version. Anyway, I will discuss in next slide. Time being, just understand, compare these keywords with C language. If you know C language, just compare these keywords with the keywords of C language. For example, in the case of C language, you have while keyword. In the case of C language, you have return keyword. In the case of C language, for keyword, continue keyword, isn't it? There are some, in the case of C language, you have break keyword. In the case of C language, you have if keyword. Now, there are some keywords which are new, something like is. You cannot find this keyword in C language. Lambda, you cannot find in C language. Global, you cannot find these type of keywords in C language. We will discuss about all these keywords in future classes. Time being, we will proceed further. What it says here, let me say import keyword. Import keyword means this might look alien to you. I will discuss what is import, what is keyword. It is something, time being, just understand, it is something like header files in C language, hash include stdio.h, like that. It's just similar to that one. Anyway, we will discuss in detailed manner. Print keyword dot kw list. What is this keyword? Keyword name of the module. This is name of the module in Python. What is this kw list? It is a list. List is a data structure which can hold bunch of values. This kw, what is list? I will discuss what is list. Time being, just understand, list is a data structure in which you can store a bunch of values. Print k, what is this? Name of the module dot, this is list. If you execute this particular code, you will get in output. What will you get? This is the output. These many keywords you will get. If you count these keywords in the version 3.3, you have 33 keywords, but in the recent version, in latest versions, what you can have 35 keywords. In previous version, that's what we were discussing. The number of keywords always depends on version. The above keywords may get altered in different versions of Python. Some extra might get added or some might be removed. In the case here, how we are getting 35 recently added async. Async is a keyword. Async and await as a keywords in the latest version. Previously there are 33. Now 2 keywords are added. Therefore, in recent version you have 35 keywords. You can always get list of keywords in your current version by typing the following in the prompt. How can I type? Print means it will print. It is just like printf function in C language. It's just similar to printf. Print len. This function will give length of the list. Which list? As I told you, kw list is a list which consists of bunch of keywords. If I execute this one, I will get 35. What does it mean? Length of this particular list is 35. Length 35 means how many keywords here is available in that particular list. There are 35 keywords. We will try to understand this with the help of your Jupyter notebook. Just see this one here. Import k keyword. Get all the keywords in the Python. That's what it says. Print keyword dot k list. How can I execute this? This is in which color? That's what we were saying. Just let me run. If I press run button, you will get output. These are the list of keywords which I have shown in PPT, isn't it? This can be run in 3 different ways. That's what I discussed. Either using run button. There are 3 ways. Already I have made some sort of documentation here. Just see. Control enter. You can execute. This I discussed. Control enter. If I type control enter, output field cannot be modified. It will get executed, but you cannot modify the output. Shift enter, output field is modified. Just I am using run button. I am comfortable with run button. Yes, that is according to your convenience. You can run the given code. What about this? This one is print len. That's what I discussed. Len means what? Length function, which will give length of the KW list. Let me execute this one. Let me run this one. What you are getting? 35. How you are getting? In previous versions there are 33 keywords. Now 2 more keywords are added. What are they? Async and await keywords. These type of things can be created. That this cell, you have one cell, markdown cell, isn't it? That anyway I will discuss. Timing, let me proceed further. Yes, now let me go to PPT. Yes, what it says, we will try to understand few keywords. We have seen end keyword, isn't it? There is a keyword known as end. What does it mean? What's the meaning of it? And we will try to understand in Jupyter Notebook. First, let me explain in PPT. This, what is this? 5 greater than 3. 5 less than 10. These are relational operator. You might have seen in C language class. Anyway, in this class, in future classes, I will discuss relational operators. 5 greater than 3 true, and 5 less than 10. It is also true, isn't it? 5 greater than 3 true, true and true. True and true. Logical and. If both are true means resultant is true. True and true, true. Print x. X holds true value. Therefore, in output, you are getting output as true. This is one keyword. End is a keyword, isn't it? We have seen this end keyword in those 35 keywords, isn't it? Yes. Now, this may be, again, this might look alien to you. Why? Because this I will discuss. Import calendar as C. I will discuss this is as is a keyword which is useful for aliasing. Aliasing means now I am aliasing calendar as C. Print C dot month underscore name. Therefore, it will print first month underscore name 1 means which month? It will print January. This is why we are explaining this particular code, to understand there is a keyword known as. I am explaining as keyword. It is used for aliasing. Previously I explained end keyword. Here you have just see, here you have end keyword. In similar manner as keyword. If you have a little bit difficult in understanding these things, you need not bother about it. I will discuss all these things in detailed manner. Just see here, I have list of items, apple, banana, cherry. Y, let me say y equal to x. I am keeping x in y. Print x is y. X is y means it checks whether they are same or not. Yes, they are same. Therefore, in output I will get true. Therefore, this is also keyword. True is also keyword. False is also keyword. Just say this one. 5 greater than 3 true. 5 greater than 3 true, isn't it? 5 greater than 10 false. Or means if both are false, then or is false. If at least one of them is true, resultant is true. Therefore, in output you are getting it is as true. Here or is a keyword, is a keyword, as is a keyword, true is a keyword, isn't it? All these are keywords. To explain these keywords, just I kept this simple code. Anyway, before let me explain identifiers. After explaining identifier, we will see in Python notebook. Identifier is same as in C language class. Identifier means what? Identifier is a name given to entities. That name may be for class, that name may be function, that name may be variable, like that, isn't it? Identifier means what? It's a name that may, how one can identify variable? By its name. How one can identify its function? By name. Therefore, it's a name given to variable, function, class. That's known as, it is same definition as in your C language, something like that. A Python identifier is name used to identify. How can I identify variable? By its name. How can I identify function? By its name. How can I identify a class? By its name. How can I identify module? By its name. How can I identify a person with his name? How can I identify a place with name? That names are known as identifier. That may be the name of the object. That's what it says. There are different rules For identifiers, it's just which you might have learned in C language class itself. An identifier starts with a letter that may be capital A to capital Z or small a to small z. Even it can start with underscore. It must not start with digit. That's what it says. Identifier cannot start. In an identifier, you can have small letters, capital letters, digits, isn't it? But it must not start with the digit. For example, to variable, it is invalid identifier. But variable to is perfectly right. It's a valid identifier. I already discussed what is keywords. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. These things I will discuss in Python Jupyter Notebook. Valid identifier VNR underscore 123. Yes, it's a valid identifier. You can have digits as well as lowercase letters. Even you can keep uppercase letters. 123 underscore VNR. It's not valid identifier as it should not begin with a digit. Yield equal to 1. It cannot be a valid identifier. Why? Because yield is keyword in Python. Keywords cannot be used. Name of variable. B at the rate. This is also not a valid identifier. Why? Because your special symbols like exclamatory mark, at the rate, hash, dollar, modular division. These cannot. You cannot make use them as an identifiers. Now anyway, let me go to my Python notebook. We will try to understand these concepts. What it says, just see here, x equal to 5 greater than 3 and 5 less than t. End is a keyword. Let me run. End means what? If both of them are true, that resultant thing will be true. Isn't it? That's what we discussed. Therefore, 5 greater than 3. 5 greater than 3 means what it is? Is it true? 5 greater than 3? Just a minute. Yes. Let me write. Yes. Just see. This is in which color? This is in let me copy this one. Just 1 minute. Yes. Here, what's the difficulty here? Here I have small difficulty. 5 greater than 3 and 5 less than 10. 5 greater than 3 means what? It's true, isn't it? 5 less than 10, it's also true. True and true. What's the value of x? X is true. But am I printing this one? I am not printing. That's why it's not giving any output. Just here I am printing. Just see. Let me run this one. Just see, you are getting true. Therefore, true and true. This one is R, isn't it? 5 greater than 3. Is it true? True. 5 greater than 10, false. True or false? True or false? True. That's why you are getting true, isn't it? Here I must print this one. Just I forgotten to write this one. Just let me write. I must print that one, isn't it? Print